This is Robert with Pioneer Smokehouses, and today I'm going to run a clip with the Weber Smokey Mountain cooker of a charcoal snake method. This method works great for low temperature smokes, especially if you're trying to pre-smoke something, which is what I used it for the other day. Now, let's go ahead and see the step-by-step on how I set it up and load it into the smoker. So I'm going to go ahead and take some charcoal and put it out here. And then I'm going to arrange the charcoal snake. So first thing I'll do is I'll go around the outside edges and just slightly overlap each piece. Today, I'm only going to fill it halfway. Let me get a picture of that and put it right up there for you. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a second row on the inside and just slightly lean it against the first row. I want the charcoal to overlap on the previous charcoal, but I also want it to touch the outside row. So it should be like that. When you have pieces that are really small, you might want to just save them for little holes and gaps. These small pieces are one of the reasons that I don't particularly like this brand. It burns fine and it has good taste, but the irregularity of the pieces is a concern of mine. If I use brand name Kingsford, I never have that problem. You'll find a few broken pieces at the bottom of the bag, but you don't have, like in these two handfuls, I've got 4 pieces that are partials. Now I have my second row complete. Let me grab another picture of that for you. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and grab a few more charcoals. Now I need to do the third row on the top. I'm going to deliberately skip this first spot and go to the second spot because that's where I'm going to put my lighter. Now my third row is complete, so let's go get another picture. Now that my third row is complete, I'm going to look around here and look for any gaps where I might want to put this in. This looks like a good spot. So I deliberately placed out those little chunks around in a spot where it might help to either push the charcoal together or to just fill a gap where it might fall apart. The idea is that we want the charcoal to act like a wick and burn around. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some wood chips that we got from the bottom of our wood bag, and we're just going to place them in the starting location. Now the idea here is that when we put the lit charcoals in on there, it's going to start a little fire almost right away and get going in a hurry. Without that, it will light, but it'll just take a little bit longer. Also, we'll generate smoke almost instantly. Next, from that same bag of wood chunks, I have 3 of the smaller chunks out of the bag. I sort through it and I get the size of chunks that I need for whatever I'm doing. We're going to place these around here. So first one is going to be right here. What will happen is when the charcoal gets here, it will start to smolder and then it will ignite. When it ignites, we should see a temperature spike. At that first part, we'll just see the smoke and get that flavor into our meat. Now, at a minimum of 2 inches apart, we'll place the next block. If we don't space it out, what will happen is this block will light this block on fire, and we don't want that. Now again, these right here are at the top end for this procedure, and these are perfect for this procedure. Also, you can lay these in first if you want, and then they'll do what they're going to do when the charcoal burns around to them. So you can see I have the 3 blocks placed and then the lighter, and I'm going to go ahead and put another picture up here for you. The charcoal chimney lighter is just about ready, so we're going to go ahead and transfer this over. First thing we want to do is make sure this ends up near the open air vent. So if you're using one of the back vents, that's fine. You just want to put that just to the side of where that vent is. I'm going to show you this real quick and set it down right here. A quick tip before I forget is that if you're gonna fill it all the way full, you can put down some rocks right in here at the end. And I don't know if you can see that, but you can put these rocks right in there to hold it in place and to prevent it from lighting the end of the charcoal snake. Later on in the cook, if you position this right in front of the door, you could actually add to the snake where the burnt out charcoal has already been. So let me go ahead and get that and the tongs and get ready to move for the next one. I went ahead and moved the bucket out of the way, and now we have our charcoal chimney right here. And I'm going to be really careful to grab the ones that are the most well lit. So all I'm really doing here is I'm building the end of the charcoal snake and making it just a little bit higher pile here. We'll go ahead and put a picture up here for you to take a look at what I did. Now, if you're not in a hurry, you can just go ahead and let it smolder along like this to get going. But if you are in a hurry, then the best thing I recommend you do is you use the hair dryer trick or yard blower, whatever works for you, to get it going. I don't have an extension cord, and the yard blower is sitting right over there, so I'll be right back. So make sure that there's nothing burnable close to your work area, because when you blow on that, there's a good chance that sparks are going to go up. Also, there's a fire extinguisher just outside the view of the camera, which I always keep one really close and also under the kitchen sink. Now you can see I flared the fire up completely, and it almost lit the block next to it, which was my cue to go ahead and stop. And I can let it go like that, or I can hit it a little bit more from a different angle, and then I can assemble the smoker, and it will be heating up in a minute. So it looks like it's going good enough now that I can go ahead and assemble the smoker. And everything is all pre-assembled on this, so all I have to do is just set the whole top on there. I hope you got a lot of useful information from that video. And there was a couple other points I wanted to make. First off, if you want a higher temperature, you can add more charcoal. That's not a problem. We only did the 3 layers, but you can easily go up to 4 layers inside this basket without a problem. And other smokers, this works well in too, like a Weber kettle. Now, also, if you wanted to fill it all the way, you could take a large can, something like an empty spaghetti sauce can, and place it in the middle with a few rocks in it. Then use the rocks like we did as a dividing starter and add a few extra rocks on the top there. Then that way you'll have plenty of area to fill the whole thing up, and you can get a lot higher temperature and a lot longer burn. So again, I hope this video was helpful. If you saw anything you like in the video, of course, like always, there's affiliate links down in the description. Those won't cost you anything extra. And thanks again for watching the video. Have a great day.